Every year, Joseph and Mary traveled from Nazareth to Jerusalem to celebrate the Passover festival. The Passover was celebrated to remember how God freed the Israelites from captivity in Egypt and how he led them through Moses out of slavery into freedom. When Jesus was 12 years old, his parents took him along. They did the journey by foot. The travel routes and the city were busy and full of people from all over Israel. The Passover festival lasted a few days. After all the celebrations, Joseph and Mary got ready to return home to Nazareth. Jesus, though, stayed behind them in Jerusalem. His parents didn't know this. They assumed he was walking together ahead with his friends on his way home. So they didn't miss him at first. They walked a whole day and thought Jesus would join them in the evening. When Jesus didn't show up, they started to ask his friends and the other family members if they had seen Jesus. But nobody knew where he was, nor had seen him during the travel. Joseph and Mary worried and traveled back to Jerusalem, always looking on the way if they would find Jesus. When they were back in the city, they looked everywhere, but didn't find him. Finally, after 3 days, they found him. Jesus was sitting in the temple among all the teachers of the law, listening and discussing questions. And everyone was amazed of his deep understanding and his answers. His parents were puzzled and didn't know what to think in the first moment. Mary said to Jesus, "Son, why did you do this to us? Your father and I didn't know where you were, and we were looking for you everywhere." "Why did you need to search for me?" Jesus asked them. "Did you not know that I must be in my Father's house?" Joseph and Mary didn't really understand in that moment what he meant. Now Jesus stood up and followed his parents. He was obedient to them and went home to Nazareth with them. Mary treasured all his words in her heart. So Jesus grew up, and so grew his maturity and his wisdom. The favor of his life increased with God and with men.